All right. Okay. So can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these slides are available in LMS. You can download them from there. Okay. Cloud computing. Before that, you must aware what cloud computing means, right? So normally cloud is something always we can see top of us. Everywhere we go, there is a cloud developed. Cloud is there in the sky, right? So අපි කොහෙ ගියත් වලාකුළක් අහසේ තියෙනවා. So that is the idea behind the name cloud. So the concept is our data and our resources, everything is available everywhere we go. So a cloud is available on top of us every time, everywhere. So what is the place that we, without depending on the location, the cloud is available, right? Similarly, this computer and internet cloud is also same. All our data, applications and everything going to be available without depending on the location. Again, without depending on the time, and again, without depending on the device. So the basic idea behind this one is availability of data and applications which is location independent, device independent, and time independent. That means we can access our files anytime from any device from anywhere. So that is what cloud computing means. අපට ඕනම තැනක ඉඳලා අපේ data files access කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක තමයි cloud computing ගේ basic idea එක. But to use cloud computing, we must have an internet connection. Without internet, we can't access cloud computing. So ඔයාලා තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ තමයි Facebook is a cloud, right? It is some kind of cloud application because from any computer you can log into a Facebook account. From your mobile phone, from your laptop, from your computer in computer lab, university computer lab, right? From any device you can log into your Facebook account. Again, if you are in Sri Lanka, if you are in another country, or if you are in university, if you are at home, from any place you can log into your Facebook account. So it's a cloud application. Your photos, status, everything is available when you just log into your Facebook account. So something similar to that. So idea එක ගන්න ඒ වගේ දෙයක් තමයි මේ කියන්නේ. Again, YouTube is a cloud application. From any device, from any place, you can watch the same video. That is because the video is available in the cloud. So cloud කියන එකේ දැන් වලාකුළක මේවා තියෙනවා වැස්සක් වගේ එහෙම හිතන්න එපා. හරිද? එහෙම එකක් නෙවෙයි මේ කියන්නේ. In computing, cloud is a set of computers, a collection of computers which has large amount of storage. එතකොට අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් cloud කියලා කියන්නේ වලාකුළකට. ඒතර මේ කියන්නේ ඒක තන්දරේ නෙමෙයි. ඒ concept එක විතරයි අරන් තියෙන්නේ. ඒතර මෙතනදී මේ data ඔක්කොම ටික වෙන computer set එකක අපි කියන server farm එක server data servers මේ data store වෙලා තියෙනවා computers ගොඩක. So those data facility is provided by different companies. One is Google. They provide different cloud services. And again, one is Microsoft. They also provide cloud services. So the account that we have already logged in, Office 365 account, that is also a cloud service. So when we upload our files there, you can use them from any device from anywhere because those are available in Microsoft Cloud. So Microsoft Cloud means they are computers. So in America, in their company, they have located a large amount of computers as a collection of computers, and they store all our files there. So if we have internet, we can log into that and access our files, right? Okay. If you have any question, please ask, right? So this may be a new concept to you, so you can ask, right? Yes, Gmail is cloud computing. Actually, mail, it is email, right? Through the email, you're gonna have cloud services. Actually, email is one service. Normally we don't say email is a cloud service, but through your email account, Gmail, Google has given you some other cloud services attached with your email. Okay, right? So it is better if you can ask questions because when you just send them in chat, it may miss, right? So anytime you can stop me and ask, right? It's okay. Again, when you going to ask a question through chat, please send it to everyone, right? Not direct to me. send it to everyone. Okay. Again, you can see cloud can provide services for public and private networks, WAN, LAN, and VPN. So you must aware about these words. Normally, LAN is a local area network. So local area network is kind of that can be an office or a home network. University network is a LAN. It covers only the university premises. Again, if you can say kind of office, right? It covers only the office area. So that kind of a network is local area network. Again, WAN means wide area network. So a network spread over a country or a city. So those are wide area networks. And again, VPN is virtual private network. So normally what VPN means, we can create our own private networks through internet. For example, if we have a company in Sri Lanka, and again, if we have a branch in India, let's say India and Australia, right? So what we can do, we can create a private network among these three countries through internet. So then that again act as a LAN or a private network. Similarly, we can access a computer in India in our branch, like just like we are accessing a computer next to me. මම ළඟම තියෙන ඊළඟ කම්පියුටර් වගේ මට පුළුවන් ඉන්දියාවල අපේ ඔෆිස් එකේ තියෙන කම්පියුටර් එක ඇක්සස් කරන්න. So that is virtual private network, VPN. Okay, so just have understand. So these cloud services are available for all these kind of networks. That means internet ultimately. Okay, ඔයාලට ප්‍රශ්න දරුවනේ මොනවා හරි තේරුම් නැතනක් තියෙනවා නම් මේ වෙලාවෙම කතා කරලා අහන්න. හරිද?
Sir.
Yes. Yes.
So using the VPN, like we can bypass like any blocked.
Yes,
Like when our social media was blocked, we use VPN to access.
Yes, this is how it happens, right? Okay, I'll explain that here also because that also may be useful to you. So what happened there? Normally, let's say this is our country, and again this is us. And in our country, there are service providers. So those people are the edge of our internet service providing. Let's say Dialog, SLT, Mobitel, like that. So again, through them we connect to the other networks in the world, right? So let's assume that another country, let's say Singapore. So again, Singapore, there is a person who provide VPN access, right? There are companies, there are people who provide VPN access. So what we're going to do, they have given some VPN applications. So if this is a mobile phone or computer, we can download or we can install a VPN application here, and we can choose the country as well. So then what happened? It create a tunnel through our service provider to the computer in the other country. It's a tunnel. So then our service provider will see we are connecting to this computer. So all the data goes through this tunnel from our computer to there. So if you're going to access Facebook, this is the person who's going to block Facebook to our country. They will not see what is the actual website we're going to access, because our data will directly goes to this server. And from there, he will decrypt that one and send to Facebook. And after that, again, that data will be sent through this channel. So then our service provider will not see we are connecting to Facebook. He will see only this computer. So that is what VPN means. This is a virtual private network through internet. So only our computer and this computer will know what is the actual communication happening between these two computers. Anyone else can see. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. එහෙනම් තමයි ඒතකොට ඒ විදිහට තමයි අපිට VPN දාලා අර Facebook එකෙන් block කරාට පස්සේ access කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. So no one can block that. ඒක block කරන්න බෑ කාටවත්. There are some known VPNs. So ඒතකොට known VPNs තියෙනවා. කියන්නේ දැන් මේක දන්න VPN එකක් නම් මේගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ ඒක block කරනවා. මෙතනින්. ඒතකොට මේ කම්පියුටරේ යන data ට යන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම වුණොත් එහෙම කරලා known VPNs block කරලා තියෙනවා මේගොල්ලෝ. But there are thousands of unknown VPNs. If you find one, you can just access any banned website, right? Okay. Okay, like that. If you have any question regarding these ones, please ask, right? Right. Okay. Now here, using cloud computing, what you can do, you can manipulate, configure, and access hardware and software resources remotely. So that is because these cloud service providers, they provide data storage and again some softwares, again hardware. So you can access them remotely. So you can have online data storage. Infrastructure means you can have computers. If you don't have a powerful computer here, you can rent a powerful computer from a cloud service provider.
Excuse me,
yeah,
sir.
yes,
So, like in AutoCAD, we can let the cloud render our models and stuff.
yes, of course, yes. So if you don't have that much good quality hardware in our computer, we can let a cloud server to render the file. Yes. Okay. So it provides us applications as well. So we're going to discuss it in next slides, right? So very good that you ask questions every time. Please ask questions, right? Then again, these are the characteristics of cloud computing. So it platform independent. That means you can use any device, mobile device or a desktop, any kind of a device to access cloud services. Again, it provides collaborative access. That means if I have given you a group activity, you can create one document and all the members in the group can access the same document and edit that one. If you have several questions there, one person can answer one question, the other person can answer the same question simultaneously. So you can try that, right? Okay, so like that, it allows you for collaborative working. It is mobile. That means it depends on the internet. So anywhere you have internet, you can use cloud services. So වාහනේ කරන ගමන් ඕනනම් ෆෝන් එකෙන් ඕන වෙලාවක මේක access කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Next one, there are some types of cloud services depending on the access type, how we can access. The first one is public cloud. So public cloud is, there are cloud services, those are publicly available. So Gmail is something, a public cloud. Google, right? So Google is available to anyone in the world, so we can use their services. Again, Microsoft 365 is a public cloud. Anyone has an account, they can use it. That is the meaning. Publicly available. Okay. The next one is private cloud. So that means it allows, or the cloud is available only for a set of users. For example, let's say a bank system. So normally there are some banking applications, banking cloud applications. Those are available within the banking network only. Right? So those are called as private clouds. Again, let's say some supermarkets, let's say Food City. So Food City also, they also keep their data and applications in the cloud. So then all the branches in the country, they can access these cloud services without depending on their own hardware, right? So, but that service and applications and data available only within the Food City network. So that's a private cloud. Similarly, the other applications, other companies, right? All the companies, they have private clouds. So those clouds can be accessed only by their employees and only within their premises in sometimes. And these days, most of the companies, they are using cloud services and they are allowing their employees to work at home, work from home. So these employees also join to cloud services, cloud applications, and from that they are working. So those are also private clouds because the company allows only the employees to use that cloud service, right? So මේ දවස්වල එහෙම ගොඩක් ඔය cloud service හරිම ජනප්‍රියයි. මේ ගොඩක් companies දැන් depend වෙන්නේ cloud services මත. ඒ කියලා කියන්නේ idea එක තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ එයාලගේ company එක ඇතුළේ තියෙන computers වල data application තියාගන්නේ නැහැ. Those are just clients. All the data and applications are installed in remote servers. Remote means distant servers. So there are companies who provide cloud services, not only Gmail and Microsoft. There are so many companies in Sri Lanka also there are cloud service providers, and what they do, they allow their clients or their customers to install their software and applications and data in their own computers, and they provide internet connectivity, and they provide uninterrupted power supply, right? So then anywhere, anytime, our data is available. The company data is available. So employees doesn't have to go to their office and the same computer which they use in the office. From any device, they can log into their cloud and work, right? That is the idea behind this on the private cloud. Again, there are some another type of cloud that is called community cloud. So that means there are some community cloud like set of companies can access community clouds. It is something like construction industry, right? So suppliers and again customers, everyone can access their cloud services, like their registration systems like that. So there are, just get the idea, there are some cloud services which are available for some communities, group of people, right? The last one is hybrid. So this is the most available type of cloud services. It's a mix of public and private cloud. The meaning is there are some data and applications available for outsiders, publicly available things. And again, a part of the cloud is can access only from private users. For example, if it is an airline industry, these hybrid clouds are used, right? For their ticketing, and again, flight details and everything is shared within the private cloud. And again, customers also can view some data from their end as well. Available flights and the number of seats available. Like this, there are some few details are available for public users. And again, the companies, they have separate applications and data, so they can log into that cloud from their employee logins, and they can use it. So එකම service එක ඒකේ මේ publicly available කොටසක් තියෙනවා සහ privately available කොටසක් තියෙනවා. So those are called as hybrid clouds, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
In these clouds, is the data encrypted when we are sharing something with others?
Actually, that depends on the security type we're going to have in the cloud. So in Gmail, normally the data is not encrypted. If we are sending an email, that email can be seen by Google then, right? Then they can view our data. So that is not encrypted. But if we request a separate cloud service with data encryption, high security, then that service can be achieved in these cloud services, right? So that depends on the security type that we're going to request. So normally what happens when we going to use a cloud service, normally we have to pay, because those companies, they charge for using their cloud services for business purpose, right? So in that case, we can demand up to what state we're gonna use security in our cloud service. So depending on that, data encryption will be added. So අපි request කරන විදිය අනුව තමයි ඒක තීරණය වෙන්නේ. අපි කියනවා මෙච්චර security එකක් අපිට ඕනේ. So then the cloud service provider has to provide that security to our data. Not all the time the data will be encrypted. අපිට එහෙම කියන්න බෑ. හැමතිස්සෙම data encrypt කරලා security දෙනවා කියලා කියන්න බෑ අපිට. පැහැදිලි? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Right, so these are some public clouds: Facebook, Google, Skype, YouTube. YouTube is a public cloud. Amazon Web Services, so that is also publicly available. Anyone can publish their website using Amazon Web Services. Again, Office 365, as I explained earlier. Instagram is a public cloud, right? So those are public clouds. Again, these are some private clouds. So these cloud services can only be accessed by the company employees. Cisco is a public cloud, right? Sorry, it's a private cloud. So Cisco provides internet services, internet devices. So their customers also can access their cloud and download some softwares and like that. So these are private clouds, only available for the company employees and their customers, right? iCloud is also a private cloud. Only Apple phone and Apple device users can access iCloud. But Gmail in Google, it is publicly available. Anyone can access Gmail. So that's the difference. The best example is Google and iCloud. Right. This part is very important here. Normally in cloud computing, there are three main services. One is called infrastructure as a service. The other one is platform as a service and software as a service. So we're going to discuss one by one. If we consider IaaS, infrastructure as a service, here what these people provide is they're going to give us infrastructure, the computer. So assume that you are going to publish a website or you have developed an application. අපි තුමාලා මොකක් හරි application එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න යනවා. මොකක් හරි අපි තුමාලගේ medical related application එකක් කියලා. ඔයාලගේ අපි තුමාලගේ patient ලා ටික කවුරු හරි doctor කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. එයාට ඒ doctor තමන්ගේ patients ලව online connect ලා තියාගන්න හදනවා. එතකොට එයා software develop කරගන්නවා. The doctor can develop a software which gives their patients to update their details and their health conditions there. Then the doctor can view them remotely, right? So what this doctor can do, he can purchase a computer from a cloud service provider. So here infrastructure means the computer, electricity, AC and maintenance. So අපිට යාලා computer එකකුත් දෙනවා, ඒක සම්පූර්ණ යාලා maintain කරනවා, ඒකට electricity දෙනවා සහ AC අදාළ security ඔය හැමදේම ඒගොල්ලෝ දෙනවා. That is what infrastructure means. Not only the computer. Labor. මේක maintain කරන්න labor ඕන ඒ හැමදේම. ඒතකොට අපිට computer එක maintain කරන්න අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Using any device, we can just log into that computer remotely and work as our own computer. So අපි ගාව තියාගන්න එක අවශ්‍ය තමයි. ඒතකොට අපි if we just going to keep that computer in our premises, our own premises, what we have to do, we have to provide uninterrupted electricity and internet. So light යනවා දානම්මන ඒව අදාළ නැහැ. Again, we have to attend for breakdowns. මොකක් හරි කැඩුනොත් අපිට ටක් ගාලා ඒකට attend වෙන්න. Right? So if we are using cloud infrastructure service, we can just ignore all these issues, failures. What we can do, just remotely log into the computer and work. That's all. Every other service and maintenance, everything will be took care by the service provider, cloud service provider. අපිට කරන්න තියෙන computer ගන්න එක විතරයි. Right? So these are some companies, worldwide companies, Amazon, Joynet, Rockspace, VMware. So those are worldwide companies. Again, Sri Lanka also there are cloud service providers. So if we can just contact them and purchase a computer. Again, from anywhere in the world, we can access that computer. That is why it's become a cloud service. So ලෝකේ අපි එහෙම දැන් මේ කියන්නේ ලෝකේ භාවිත කරන companies ටිකක්. ඒතර මේගොල්ලන්ගෙන් ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට ලංකාවයෙන් ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම වුණාම අපිට අපි computer කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ අපිට computer එක access දෙන්නේ. අපිට ඒකට අපිට ඕන softwares දාගෙන අපිට ඕන data දාගෙන අපිට ඕන දේ එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. අපිට ඕන දේ එක share කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒගොල්ලෝ සම්පූර්ණ infrastructure maintain කරනවා. ඒක අපිට කරදර වෙන්න දෙයක් නැහැ එතකොට. Right? Again, they're going to have a payment for that one. Annual payment or monthly payment. අපිට කියනවා එක්ක මාසෙට 5000ක් නැත්නම් මාසෙට 3000ක්. අපි ගන්න computer එකේ performance අනුව. නැත්නම් අවුරුද්දටම 50000ක්. ඔය වගේ ඒගොල්ලෝ ගාණක් කියන අපිට පොරොන්දු වෙලා computer එකක් ගන්නවා. Right? So that is one service. Any questions regarding this one?
Sir, is the VMware we run it on Amazon Web Services, so as a virtual machine?
Yes, actually VMware what they provide is they have the VMware as a company, right? So they also provide server applications. That means offline applications. So we can use VMware in our computer and we can create several computers in one computer. අපිට VMware පාවිච්චි කරලා අපේ computer එක machines කීපයක් විතර වැඩ කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Again, we can install VMware in our remote computer and we can divide our computer into multiple computers, multiple individual computers, right? So in Amazon Web Services as well, we can install VMware, we can purchase VMware application, and through that we can divide our computer into multiple services. අපි තුමු ඔයාලා කම්පැනි එකේ දැන් සර්විසස් කීපයක් තියාගන්න වෙනවා කියලා අපි තුමු ඔයාලා ඊමේල් සර්විස් එකක් තියාගන්න යනවා. ඊට පස්සේ මොකක් හරි අර මම කිව්වා වගේ ඇප්ලිකේෂන් එකක් රන් කරන්න යනවා. So then you can use VMware and you can separate one computer into multiple virtual computers. That is what VMware provides. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Good. Every time, please ask questions, right? All right. So the other service is platform as a service. So normally platform means they're going to provide a software. We call that IDE to develop our own softwares, right? So one is Google App Engine, long jump. So using those applications, we can develop databases, web services, and other applications. So normally developers, software developers, they use this platform as a service, which provide with cloud computing. Again, we also going to use kind of a thing. Not today, I think in the next session we can do that. So very easily we can develop websites, right? So that is a platform as a service. So through that we can discuss with examples. We can develop some websites and see, right? Even you also can develop website very easily using those tools. Okay, so this is platform as a service. What you must understand here is it is something the cloud service provider gives you software developing environment which you can use to develop your own applications. That can be a web page, right? The web page එකක් හරි software එකක් හරි ඕනෑම හදාගන්න ඒගොල්ලෝ platform එක දෙනවා. Developing environment එක දෙනවා, right? That is what platform as a service means.
So is Java runtime environment also a platform?
Yes, that is also a platform. So normally, if we're going to use this one online as a cloud service, then it becomes a platform as a service provided by cloud computing. Right. The next one is software as a service. So this is the most common type of service available with cloud computing. Normally we use Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Doc, everything we're going to discuss in this lesson. Skype, then Instagram, Viber, WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube. All these things are software as service applications. So these are softwares. We use only the software, right? We are not going to bother about hardware, platform or anything. We are just using that. If it is Facebook or YouTube, if we just want to view a video, we just log into YouTube and see that. We use only the software. So that is software as a service in cloud computing. So those are the three main services available in cloud computing. So do you have any questions regarding this? පැහැදිලිද හැමෝටම?
So now there's Amazon Web. Sir,
Yes. Yes, ask please.
so now this Amazon Web Services is free. So like it's a public now, we can just go and host a website there.
Yes, yes, of course. It's free, but service is limited, right? They have a paid version as well. So in the free version, we have kind of a little bit lower capacity there, right? But we can host a website, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. So any questions? හැමෝටම තේරුණාද කියපුදේ? Cloud කියන්නේ මොකද්ද පැහැදිලිද හැමෝටම?
Yes, sir.
Others? Yes. Everyone, right? Please, if you have any doubt, please ask, right? ඊට පස්සේ මෙයා අපට services දෙනවා.
Sir, is
Yes.
sir, there's something called Wix.com that we can like develop.
Of course, that is
cloud.
software, that is platform as services. Yes. You can develop website using that one. Is that one you asked?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. If you don't have any questions, you can move forward. Normally everything today, what we do is a business, right? Even it is education, that is also business. We're going to provide, we're going to educate you, and ultimately you're going to work in a business, right? So, so cloud computing mainly focus on business. And again, what it do, it basically reduce IT cost. So that means if we are going to use cloud computing for any of our work, we don't have to purchase high-end hardware devices, high-performing hardware devices. We can just use a mobile phone or tab, right? Through that, we can log into our cloud service and use that. So all the employees, they must not have very high-tech devices, right? So it reduces the IT cost of the business. So business කියන idea එක මේ මොකක් හරි වෙළඳාමක් කියන එක නෙවෙයි. It is a thing that we're going to do in future. That can be office work, that can be a kind of a home activity, right? Kind of, it can be learning, anything, right? So scalability means we can very easily scale up our business or our work. That is because still, let's say only 3 people are working in our office or company. So what we have to just what we just have to do is just create another account in the cloud and hire another one. So you don't have to give him a table, give him a compute and everything, right? So what we have to just do is just create an account in our cloud. That's all. So scalability is there. So අපිට සාමාන්‍ය office room එකක් ගත්තොත් scale up කරන්න ගත්තොත් එයාලට ඉඩ ඕනේ නේද? ඉන්න තැනක් ඕනේ. පුටුවක් තියාගන්න ඕනේ, මේසයක් තියාගන්න ඕනේ. ඒතර මේ කතන්දරේ cloud වලට යද්දි නැහැ. We can just give them a tab or something and create an account in the cloud. Then that person can work, right? Okay. Then continuity. So that is very important. That is because if we have a cloud service, if we are using cloud service, that is available 24/7 or every time the service is available. So an employee or a customer can get the service or provide the service anytime without any interruption. That is continuity. So office එක වැහුවා ඊට පස්සේ බස් නැහැ අනම් මම එහෙම ප්‍රශ්න නැහැ. කොහෙද ඉන්න ඉන්ටර්නෙට් තියෙනවා නම් වැඩ කරන්න පුළුවන්. Then collaboration efficiency. So as I explained earlier, multiple people can work in one file, one service. So then collaboration is there. We can work as a group. Then flexibility of work practices. That means we should not have to depend on the time, 9 to 5 or 8:30 to 4:30 like that. We don't have to depend on time. From any time we can work because the service is available, right? Flexibility of work practices. So we can work from anywhere. We can work from home. We can work from our vehicle while traveling, right? We can work from the office as well, from anywhere, anytime, right? Then access to automatic update means if we have multiple employees work in our office, we don't have to update their software and applications one by one. What we have to do, we have to just update our cloud service or cloud application. That's all. When we just provide the update, it will affect all the employees in the business or the company. So අපිට දැන් සාමාන්‍ය එක එක්කෙනා නම් වැඩ කරන්නේ අපිට එක එක්කෙනා ගාව තියෙන applications data ඔක්කොම වෙනසක් වුණොත් ඒක අප්ඩේට් කරන්න වෙනවා. හැබැයි අපි cloud service එකක්ම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ ඔක්කොම එක තැනක තියෙන්නේ. අපිට අප්ඩේට් කරන්න තියෙන්නේ එතන විතරයි. අනිත් අය රටේ කොහේ නම් join වුණා, the same update will be appear or affect for all the users, right? Okay. So those are the advantages of using cloud computing. Okay, any questions? Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So this is an example. There's a company called Airbnb. So that is the largest hotel company in the world, accommodation provider. But actually they don't own any of even a room, right? They don't have a hotel. That is just a application, cloud application. So this is a hotel booking service provider. The hotels are going to register in their website, and the customers or guests can book their hotel through the website, right? So Airbnb. So this is a very successful cloud application. The other one is Alibaba.com. So this is the leading retail company, retail cloud service. So they don't own any shop, but they are the largest retail market in the world. ඒකට මෙයාලා තමයි ලොකුම e-commerce website එක නැත්තම් මොනවාද අපි කියන්නේ මේ භාණ්ඩ විකුණන website එකක් විදිහට ලෝකේ භාවිතා වෙන්නේ alibaba.com. So even they don't own any of a shop. Next example is Uber. So Uber is the world's largest taxi company which spread over the world, right? In any country, Uber is available. අපිට මෙහේ ඉඳන් ඇමරිකාව දිහා ටැක්සියක් බුක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. So that is because it is a cloud service. So in Sri Lanka also Uber is available. So it's a cloud service. From anywhere we can book a taxi, but they own even a bicycle, right? මෙයාලා bicycle එකක්වත් නැහැ. ඒකේ වැඩ කරන අයට bicycle ඇති, but the company doesn't own any vehicle, right? So everything managed through the website, through the cloud service, cloud application. එයාලා website එක සහ app නේද, app එක phone එකේ app එක තියෙනවනේ. ඔය app එක හරහා තමයි manage වෙන්නේ. ඒකට app එක cloud service එකක්. පැහැදිලිද? So that is how.
Technique is also cloud.
Yes. There are thousands of cloud applications and cloud service providers. Yes. Okay. After that, in the medical sector, cloud computing is used. So I think you are already aware of these cloud services, and we're going to discuss them as well. So how this happened is, normally in cloud computing, there are some basic requirements, right? One is the cloud service provider must have servers, right? So server is a computer which have high performance, high technology. A server can handle multiple connections in a higher speed, right? Not like our laptops and our mobile phones. It has high amount of RAM, high amount of hardware capacity, storage capacity, high bandwidth of internet. Like that, these servers perform very effectively than normal client computers, desktops and mobile phones, right? So මෙවා ටිකක් ලොකු computers සහ මෙයාලගේ performance අතින් ගත්තාම ගොඩක් වැඩි. So this cloud computing is totally depend on servers. අපි යාට server එකක් කියලා කියනවා because they provide a server. And again, the computer which receive that service is called as a client server. So we are clients, and the service providing companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, those people have servers. Assume that the servers which are located in YouTube, which manage YouTube, right? YouTube manage කරන servers ගැන හිතන්නකෝ. මොන වීඩියෝ ගොඩක් දවසට ඇඩ් වෙනවද ඔකට නේද? ඒකට අපිට search කරන ටක් ගාලා වීඩියෝ එක එනවා. So all those data is available in servers. And again, very efficiently, very effectively, in a higher speed, we can search and view them, right? The next one is a virtual desktop. So that means if we're going to use a platform as a service, so we can have a virtual desktop. That is because we are going to remotely connect into that computer and use that desktop virtually. Actually, what these people do, they create virtual computers in one server. ඒගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ එක server එකක් අරගෙන මේකේ virtual desktops දානවා. අපි තුම එක computer එකක් අරන් computers 10 විතර බෙදනවා. So then they're going to give that access to their customers. So we feel like we are using one computer there, but that can be a shared one, right? Again, software platform. That means normally they provide software. We discussed that earlier. Applications similar, Facebook, YouTube, those applications. And again, storage, data storage. These cloud service providers, they maintain databases as well. So database is a collection of data. So normally assume Facebook database. So that is the most advanced. That is one of the most advanced and very complex database. ඔයාලා හිතන්නකෝ Facebook ගැන. ඒකට ඒකට දවසට කොච්චර ෆොටෝස් ප්‍රමාණයක් අප්ලෝඩ් වෙනවද? කොච්චර කමෙන්ට් ප්‍රමාණයක් යනවද? කොච්චර පෝස්ට් ගාණක් යනවද නේද? ඒ ඔක්කොම ඒගොල්ලෝ මැනේජ් කරගන්නවා. That is the hard work behind this cloud computing managed by cloud service providers. Storage. Here what we do, we are the users. Normally if we are in university or if we are at home, from anywhere, if we have internet, we can use these services. So this switch, router, those things are connecting devices. Normally if we are in office, a switch will be used to connect computers. The name of the device is switch. So assume that this is a switch, this is an office area. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපේ university එකේ university switch වලින් තමයි connect වෙන්නේ. So මේ තියෙන data ඔක්කොම through a switch we can connect our computers and use internet. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට ගෙදරක නම් Wi-Fi router එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපේ mobile phone එකේ GSM connection එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. Through that we can access internet and these cloud services. So what you must understand here is, while we are using just an application, අපි නිකන් YouTube පාවිච්චි කරනවා කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. But in behind YouTube application there are thousands of devices and thousands of employees working behind to provide us that service. මේ servers වර්ගානකුයි සේවකයෝ ගොඩ දෙනෙකුයි මේ වැඩේ ඇතුලේ වැඩ කරනවා. ඒත් අපිට මෙතෙන්ට එනවා කියලා කියන්නේ ඒ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් කනෙක්ෂන් එක මේන්ටේන් කරන ලංකාවේ කට්ටිය. ඒක මේන්ටේන් කරන ඊළඟ ස්ටේෂන් එකේ කට්ටිය. ඊට පස්සේ YouTube මේන්ටේන් කරන කට්ටිය. ඒත් ඒ වගේ ගොඩ දෙනෙක්ගේ මේ ශ්‍රමයක් තියෙනවා මේක පිටිපස්සේ. හරිද? But we just see only the video in YouTube through our mobile phone. That's all. Okay. So I think you all have a good idea about cloud computing, right? හරි. ඔයාලා ළමයි පැහැදිලිද cloud computing කියන්නේ මොකක්ද සහ how you can use that one? What are the available services like that? Any questions regarding cloud? What is cloud computing? මොකක්ද මේ concept එක කියන එක ගැන ඔයාලට ගැටලු තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. හැමෝටම පැහැදිලි?
So we can use these cloud applications offline also.
No, you can't do that. If it is a cloud service, internet connectivity must be there. In some cases, they have provided syncing methods. Syncing method means you can work offline and after that you can sync your work with the cloud platform. So offline වැඩ කරන්න පුළුවන්. internet connection එකක් ආපු ගමන් අරකට එක්ක sync කරන්න පුළුවන්. For example, if you have if we say let's say Gmail, so you can weave all your email and everything in your mobile phone because they are going to download into your mobile phone. They're going to keep we normally say that is a cookie, right? Cookie. Normally they use cookies and store all your data, all the data in our mobile phone. And when we just connect to the internet, they're going to sync our account with the original account. So like that we can work offline, but in cloud computing, normally it comes with internet connections. Very good question, right?
Thank you.
හරි පැහැදිලිද මම කියපු දාලට? offline එකට කරන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි sync කරලා අපි synchronize කරන්න ඕනේ. We have to synchronize with the cloud service when we just have the internet connection. Okay, any other question regarding cloud computing? හරි ළමයි ඔයාලා හැමෝටම පැහැදිලි කියලා මම හිතනවා. තව කාටරි මොකක් හරි ඩවුට් එකක් තියෙනවා නම් ඕන තැනක අහන්න. All right, so if you don't have any other questions, you can move forward. Next one. Right, so healthcare cloud. So if we have a healthcare service in cloud service, we can connect all the families, authorities, mean government authorities, physical activity service providers like ambulance and other healthcare workers. Then pharmacist, Again, some scanning devices, right? Wireless materials, pressure monitoring, blood monitoring, like that. All the scanning devices, those can be also connected to internet, and remotely we can access them, right? Like that. A healthcare cloud is available now. So again, a doctor can remotely monitor a patient through the cloud. Again, channeling is also there, right? That is also cloud service, channeling services, right? So like that, healthcare clouds are available. And yes, as I told you earlier, channeling services. Again, e-medicine means we can use sensors which are remotely connected to the internet, and we can monitor a patient remotely. So that means doctor always doesn't have to go to the patient, and they can just view the patient details live in using their mobile or computer. So that is e-medicine. Provide medical services, doctor services through internet, right? So today these methods are very popular due to this COVID situation as well, right? Then again, e-health, telemedicine, right? Telemedicine is again providing medical services remotely. Again, these health bands are available, so everyone can just monitor their health condition, pressure, pulse rate, and all these things, right? Again, there are some devices available. If some issue comes with this, their pulse rate or anything, their health, that the device will automatically contact the doctor and alert them this patient is having this kind of trouble, like that, right? So the medical sector is highly now depend on cloud services. Again, you can see robotic arms are now being developed to do operations remotely, right? These called as remote surgery. So as I explained earlier, remote health monitoring is there. So all these applications based on cloud services. All the patient data will be stored in cloud, and any doctor can view their data, right, with their permission. All right, so like that, I think you can understand now. There are a number of cloud services available in medical sector as well. So we're going to discuss this with an assignment also, right, about the cloud medical services. So I think you have a brief understanding about that now. But my පැහැදිලි මේ කියන services අපිට මේවා cloud මත dependent services. ඔයාලා හිතයි දැන් band එකක් කොහොමද cloud මත dependent කියලා. ඒකට ඔයාලා health band එකක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා නම් මේ health band එකේ detail ඔක්කොම අදාළ application එකේ නැත්නම් app එකේ cloud එකේ save වෙනවා. ඒකට ඔයාලා ඇවිදපු ගාන හරි heart pulse එක හරි මොනවා හරි මේ තියෙන දේවල් ඔක්කොම save වෙනවා. So that will draw graphs and kind of graphic representations, and then you can summarize your health, right? And you can show them to your doctor as well. Actually, you can view your patients those summarized health details. ඔයාලට පුළුවන් patients ලගේ මේ detail හරිම ලේසියෙන් ගන්න through a cloud service. So those cloud applications are number of cloud applications available regarding health. දැන් ගොඩක් දෙනෙක් මේ health bands පාවිච්චි කරනවා නේ. Okay. Now we're going to discuss about limitations in this cloud computing. One is downtime. So the service can not be available. Service will not be available if those things happen. One is network failure. So if you don't have internet connectivity, the service will not available. Again, electricity issues. If you don't have power, we can't use the service. Hardware failures means if our device is not working properly, then we can't use the cloud service. So downtime is a major drawback or major difficulty or limitation that we have to face while using cloud computing. So to overcome this one, what people do, if it is a critical service, if they are using cloud service for a critical service, what they do normally, they use redundant network connections. That means, for example, we are going to have one SLT connection in fiber line, and similarly, we're going to take a dialog route as well. So then we have both internet connections. If one connection goes down, we can just connect to the other one. So like that, these cloud service providers and cloud service clients, if it is a critical service, very important service, what they do, they normally use redundant network connections and redundant power supplies. Normally what they do, they're going to use normal grid power, right? If it fails, they're going to use a UPS and again a generator. In our university also we have the grid power electricity, and again if it fails, we have UPS. UPS can hold up to 5 to 10 minutes, right? After that, the generator will start. So while the generator switch, the UPS will hold the electricity. So the electricity down end then current එක ගිය ගමන් UPS එකෙන් අල්ල ගන්නවා. ඊට පස්සේ generator එක on වෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ UPS එක ආයේ off වෙනවා. ආයෙ switch වෙනකොට UPS එකෙන් අල්ල ගන්නවා. ආයෙ generator එකෙන් ආයෙ grid එකට මාරු කරනවා. ඒ වගේ කොයිලව down end දෙන්න නැතුව backup plans තියෙනවා, right? But these are limitations. Again, hardware failures. Normally what we have to do, if we are using one computer, again, it is better to have another similar computer with the same updated data. So if one computer fails or having a hardware trouble, we can just connect the other computer and sort that previous one, right? කලින් එක හදා ගන්න පුළුවන් අරග temporarily connect කරලා. So like that, there are backup plans, but normally cloud computing has these difficulties, right? Network failures, electricity failures, and hardware failures. The next one is security issues. Normally what cloud computing is, we're gonna access services provided by a third party. So if it is Gmail or Google, we're gonna store our all data in a third party company. So there is a security issue there, right? Then it is vulnerable to cyber attacks. So because we are using all our applications and data through internet, there can be cyber attacks. So අපි communicate කරනවානේ. අපේ computer විතරක් නෙවෙයි තියෙන්නේ, මේක internet එක through communicate කරනවා. So මේක cyber attacks වලට අහු වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Again, unprotected administrative logins. That means if a company is using a cloud service, they must have a cloud service administrator who has all the account password and everything, administrative password, administrative rights. So if they are misusing their passwords, then again some security issues can be there. So may security issues තියෙන්න පුළුවනි. අපි එකක් third party එකක් ගාව මේවා තියෙනවා. Normally the third party that we are going to have the cloud service, they come with an agreement. They are going to give this much of protection to our data. So they can't break their agreement. So අපි අපේ data ඔක්කොම වෙන කෙනෙක් ගාව තියෙනවා නම් company එක, ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඒවා බලන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි ඒගොල්ලෝ අපිට පොරොන්දු වෙනවා agreement එකකින් මේගොල්ලෝ මේ data බලන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. හැබැයි Google වගේ ගත්තොත් in their agreement, I think you have seen the agreement but you haven't read that. ඒක ඔයාලා කියවලා නැතුව ඇති. ඔයාලා අර email එකටම පළවෙනි පාර login වෙනකොට ඔයාලට එනවා agreement එක. හරිද? ඒක අපි කවදාවත් කියවන්නේ නැහැනේ. So in the Google agreement, they are not giving us any certification that they are not going to use our data. යාලා අපේ data use කරන්නේ නැහැ කියලා එහෙම කිසිම තරක් කියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ කියලා කියන්නේ අපි email එකක් යවුවත් අපි මොන data එක attach කරත් Google they can view that one. Normally they check that one. So යාලා අපි යන email අනම්මන ඔක්කොම කියවනවා, ඒවා තියෙන data ගන්නවා. ඒක ඒගොල්ලෝ කරනවා. That is why they are providing their service freely. So යාලා අපිට free service එක දෙනවා වෙනකොට අපේ data යාලා ගන්නවා. හරි? Okay. So then we should make sure that we are not sharing our critical information or private information through the public cloud. Okay. The last one is internet dependency. Cloud computing totally depend on internet. So its efficiency varies with the internet link speed. If we have a slower internet connection, the cloud service will be slower. Again, if you are using mobile device like mobile phone or tab, then depending on the signal strength of the mobile device, the efficiency of the cloud service depends. It varies. අපිට තියෙන signal strength එක internet connection එකේ slowness එක මේවා මත අපේ service එකේ efficiency එක වෙනස් වෙනවා. Okay, so those are the limitations in cloud computing, right? So those are just I just go through what is cloud computing and what are the services available, how you can use that one, and what are the limitations. So to give you a brief understanding about cloud computing, because in today's world, almost all the activities we do depend on or goes with cloud computing. අපි කරන කියන හැම දෙයක්ම මේ වෙද්දි cloud service එකක් මත තමයි dependent. Again, when you're going to work in the real world future after 4 or 5 years, then everything that you're going to do will be a cloud service. මොන දේ කරත් ඒක cloud service එකක් වෙයි ඉස්සරහට. So you must have a clear understanding about what is cloud service and what is cloud computing, right? Okay, so do you have any questions regarding this one? හරි, ඔයාලා ළමයි මොනවාම හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවද මේ කියපු දේවල් ගැන? Right, if you have any questions, you can share that in chat as well, right? Okay, then my dear students, now what we're going to do, right? So as I explained you earlier, this is a public cloud service that we can access not freely. Microsoft is not free. University have Microsoft account license, so you are receiving you're gonna have that account from the university available license, right? Okay, my one is administrative account, so you may see only few of applications from here. I think Word, Excel, and PowerPoint is available. And do you have OneNote? And the drive must be there in your account as well. Can someone see your account and tell me what are the applications available there?
Yes, sir.
So you have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and after that Outlook, then OneDrive.
Yes.
OneNote,
OneNote.
Teams, and then Forms and so, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all these things are here. These are applications. So software as a service, right? We can use Excel. So we can use Excel online. Okay. Again, PowerPoint online, Word online, like that. Again, this is OneDrive. So OneDrive is storage. This is something infrastructure as a service. We can have storage capacity. So that is infrastructure, storage capacity. So you can store all your files there. And again, from any device, from any location, you can access them. So that is a platform as a service. And again, I have this admin control. So that is a platform as a service. Actually, you don't have that because only one administrator for the university. I am handling that one. So for example, if I show you that. So this is my admin panel. I have user management and some other activities that I can do here. So this is a platform which I can use to manage Microsoft users in the university. So now I think you can understand the services available with Microsoft cloud computing. So here, this is an application, Excel. So this is software as a service. Software as a service, right? We are using applications. And this is my storage, online storage. So this is a infrastructure as a service provided by cloud computing. Infrastructure, storage. Again, this one is the admin panel. So this is a platform as a service. This I can use this platform to manage Microsoft users. Okay. So ඊට තමයි service තුන එන්නේ අපිට මේ එතකොට මේ තියෙන accounts එක ඔය කියන service ඔක්කොම access කරන්න පුළුවන්. Again, if we use Google, there are applications available with Google. Let me show. Right, there are thousands of applications available. And again, tools like you can see Docs, Sheets, Shield Calendar, and Chat, Forms, YouTube, Translator, right? All these are applications. And this one, Drive services next day. So again, you have the account now. You can try it in this week. Again, regarding cloud computing and services, do you have any questions? If not, we can find another session.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, you told that we can access the Microsoft account from any device.
Yes.
Can I access from a tablet also?
Yes, of course. you
There's
can.
an Android app. There's an Android app on Microsoft Office. Should
Uh,
I uninstall that?
No, I think you can. You have a app called through the web browser. You can access very easily. You can use this account to log into that Office Android app as well. I think. Let me check. So you have this Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and more, that application, right? If I show you that. Okay, I think this is the application. When you just install this one, you can sign into this application using your username and password, right? Through that, you can use that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can we get all facilities as in our computer in this Word or Excel?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
So can we get all facilities as in our computer in this Word or this cloud, the cloud Word?
Okay. So normally in Office, newest Office version, it comes with this online sign-in feature as well. But if you are using Office 16 or something or lower version, there are some additional features available with that. All the tools and features that commands available in Office offline version are not available in online version. For හැම එකම නැහැ. but you can access most of the tools and features there in offline version. In online version, I'll show you that. Right, you can see this is the interface. But similarly, if I show you Word offline application, now I think you can see both the applications here. See, these are the commands available in online version, right? So if you want more, you have to click here and access them. The way you have to use them is somewhat different, but almost all the tools available in offline version are there in the online version. But I think in some cases you may find some difficulties to find the command. So for example, here in home ribbon, in this one I have multiple commands in this font group, but we can't find this font group there. So you have to go through these other commands and list of commands, so that you can access all the other tools, right? And the design ribbon is not there, right? You can see. But this one has a design ribbon.
Sir.
Yes.
So now, so in your offline version, you have signed in at the top.
Yes, yes, of course. You can.
So can we
yes.
sign in this?
Yeah, of course you can sign in. So you can use in this account details. You can sign into your offline version as well. Yes.
So do we need any product activation? My one is 365 is asking for the product activation. If I sign with the University account, is it okay?
Here. There is an issue when you're going to just sign in, there is an option called select company or student version, something you have to select first. Official version, sorry, business version or student version, like that. There are two versions there. So when you're going to sign in, you have to select student version. I think it is student or education version or something like that. I don't remember. So you have to log in through that one. So try it. Okay. So do you have further questions?
No.
Okay, if not, we can wind up the session. Before that, I need your feedback here, whether you understood or not. Because in chat, could you please tell me, did you understand the lesson, or if there is there anything I should explain again? You can send that in chat. I'll give you 1-2 minutes, right? වලදරුණ විනාඩියක් දෙක දෙන්නම් මේ chat එකේ දාන්න. ඔයාලට කීප දෙයක් තේරුණාද සහ මොනවා හරි තව explain වෙන්න තියෙනවද? හැමෝම chat එකේ දාන්න ටක් ගන්න. ඔයාලට තේරුණා නම් ඒකක් දාන්න. හරි. All right. So thank you very much for your comments. So then we can wind up session and we'll meet on next day. So next day we can discuss about Google services, right? In cloud computing, what are the services and applications provided by Google and how we can use them in our education and further work, right? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for your comments. Okay. So have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.